As the sailing season draws to a close, I decided to move the boat to Liverpool Marina, where I could possibly do some winter sailing and also get some work done on her. And with the help of Denny, who was an excellent help all the way through. This is our start of our trip to Liverpool. As our bubble crew.
Scotland, I'm going to.
Good old Denny. And the water's just about coming in now. So we should be floating in about 20-30 minutes. It's now, whatever time it is, it's 9:24 at the moment, and the tide is just filling up. High tide today is 12:01, and Stuart and his son are out there on Orca. They're going fishing, but boats turned now. All the boats are turning. There's only Sienna which is sitting there. She'll be turning soon. We'll get the engine fired up and people are starting to gather over the club, all debating, all talking about what they're going to do and the way they're going to do it. And then most of the boats now are floating. Just about to see the ripple in the water there. And the boys underwater, Salt and Spirit there. What a nice boat that is. Just going through the moorings now. All the boats will be coming off this today. Well, there's 3-4 still being left on, but the rest are coming off.
There's Andy and Richie and the dinghy.
Power boat.
Yeah.
Leaving the moorings.
Back on course.
Hey.
It's going to be there.
Very little water. Very little wind, I should say. Lots of water. And it's quite nice. Denny looking very smart as captain there. There's West Kirby over there. And we're just heading out to AT4, and we'll possibly anchor up by AT4. It's off the edge of Hilbury now. Going around. Quite a lot of small boats, power boats out. We're just off HE3 at the moment. I'm just about to see it. Here's the gully. We're about, I don't know, we're about 25 metres away from the gully. Not a place I wanted to be. I would rather be closer to the water. I was concerned about getting out in the morning tide and getting down to Liverpool. Obviously, my concerns were unfounded because once we got the speed of the Mersey, we were away. I was really hoping we'd have a good night, but we rocked and rolled all night, even though it was flat calm. It was quite uncomfortable, really. But the high tide left us a lovely pattern, a piece of artwork in the sand there, and with our anchor chain. And then we finally began to watch the water arrive. Could have been away now and in that gully. Here's our channel, about 25 metres away from it. We go around there, I don't know whether you can see that, that's 83. Would have been good, it would have been a bit closer to the channel, we could have been off then. And then we'd be out there, and we would have been now by 82 and away. We actually lifted about 8:30 and we started to move away. As I say, my concerns were unfounded because what we were able to do, got about 4 metres underneath us, crossing all the sandbanks towards the dock, the training wall at Brazil Buoy. And so we were able to cut right across all the sandbanks, which saved us over an hour anyway. And once we got to the Mersey, obviously we had the speed of the tide with us, and that made things a lot easier. But you know, it's the first time I've done this, and I found it quite concerning, but fine in the end. You can see our route here from HE3 right across Spencer Spit and over to Brazil Bank, and then out on Brazil Buoy and down the Mersey. As I say, you can see we covered all of the sandbanks, and we had about 4 metres underneath us all the time. There's Liso Lighthouse, I think. I can see it in the mist. Very misty at the moment. Unfortunately, the camera won't take a fix for the autofocus. There it is. There's Liso Lighthouse. We're just heading into the mist bank, not fog bank, but mist bank. And it's now 9:45. We're making good progress. We've got 4.8 metres underneath us. We're crossing the Hoyle Bank.
We're doing 4.8 knots.
And we're doing 4.8 knots as well. How about that for coincidence? It's not too bad at all, that.
We're doing 5 knots now, steady.
At 10:17, still very misty, but you can see in the distance there, you can see New Brighton Lighthouse just on the edge there, on the mist. And then the idea is that we come in, once those 2 towers there in line with the observatory. Very difficult to focus at the moment. Yeah, once they're in line with the observatory, then we start turning in. You can see the cranes over in Liverpool. There's a fair amount of traffic in there. Sail up now. Only the foresail, still a bit weak. There's not much wind really. There we go. Just past New Brighton there. through the training wall and then heading to Brazil Buoy. Just go as close as you can to it and then we turn in. We've got to be careful now. You can see big tankers, very busy shipping lane now. There's quite a lot of traffic waiting to come in. This guy's timing himself because he's just been informed to slow down before he gets to Crosby, because there's a couple of boats coming out as well. So there's a lot of information going over the radio about what we should and shouldn't be doing, and hopefully everything will go swimmingly. There's a bit of wind now. Unfortunately we're heading directly into wind again. Story of my life this year, and so we're under engine because we need greater control given the issues of the shipping lane, and it's important we stay out the way. So we're staying under engine and just heading down past the Three Graces towards Liverpool Marina. Currently doing 7.5 knots past New Brighton Lighthouse now, New Brighton Falls and the beach there, and the entertainment venues, the Floral Pavilion, and we're now heading right down the channel towards the Three Graces. It's still in the mist, and passing a lot of heavy shipping really. We've got to be careful because this is a very busy river, very busy channel, and this is
Base Control, this is Mersey, yes, good morning.
Who was that? Just past Neck Buoy and you can see the flow on the tide. We've reduced our revs now and we're doing 7.5 knots downriver, so you get some idea of the speed you go at. As I say, we're just approaching a lot of buildings now. It's a lovely sight that when you're coming into Liverpool. It'd be better if it was a clearer day, but it's still nice vision. The Three Graces, can't beat it. And then there's Wallasey Town Hall. Got another tanker, we've got the ferry anyway, you can see that over in the corner. They're coming out now. We've got a couple of sailing yachts and we're just approaching Wallasey ferry terminal. We're just staying on the inside at the moment, keeping out the way. The other big boats have gone out, and we keep on getting radio messages from Mersey Mersey VTS, which is the vessel traffic system control on the Mersey, and they keep alerting all tankers and boats that are going out of our presence, so that they know to look out for us. We're still motoring, we're doing 7.3 knots literally, and we're just under tick over power. But we're heading down towards Liverpool Marina now, and there's the three Graces in their glory, and we will be passing those soon. Passing Boise ferry now. There's the ferries, there's the ferry dock. Tide's still running, you can see the level of water there. It's so slow. And the tanker going out, and the ferry behind it, slowly pulling up behind it. We've got a few yachts by Liverpool Marina, but we'll be heading over there in a minute. And there's the three Graces that adorn the Liverpool skyline. Believe it or not, they wanted to cover those up. How terrible is that? It is nice coming into the Mersey. Sea log, can you relay the message through race control? I hate to be awkward, but I cannot receive your messages over.
Approaching the River Mersey, I've been trying to contact Liverpool Marina lock gates. I tried everything, and in the end I had to get through to Liverpool Yacht Club, who were racing, and asked them to relay a message to them. I still could not get any response from them, and tried everything I could. Tried phoning them, but it wasn't until we were level with the marina that we actually made contact.
This is Stella Sea Line. There's a tower for the ventilation shaft for the old Mersey tunnel, not the new one. And Birkenhead, Hamilton Square in the distance. Watch where you're going, watch where you're going. No, you haven't, because the water rolls are spinners. Just heading to the Marina Lock now. We've got the red light showing, so we won't be able to get in yet, but as soon as they switch that to green, he will start to open the gates. Near miss. Just passing there. Look at that. Our back end's just missed that now. People don't believe. You've got to watch this tide. If you're going to turn across the channel, you've literally got to turn a circle and head upstream rather than downstream, or across. You can't go across, you need to head up. So if you angle towards the cathedral, right,
in the high vis, I don't know if it's just a walker, but he's on the quayside there. He hasn't closed the gates again, has he?
I think he has, yeah. They are, he's just closed them now.
What do we do now?
We've got to wait now. Marina Lock, Marina Lock. Are we not allowed in, over?
Of course you are, I'm just clearing the bridge. I'm motoring up straight away. Once the bridge is clear, it's about 200 people walks across.
Okay, sorry about that. Okay, out.
Is it still open?
No, he's just clearing the bridge. The lock's open. He's just letting people across because loads of people crossing. To get up to fight against the tide to enter the lock. Obviously it's better at slack water or when the tide's with you, but we needed to get in. Entering Liverpool Marina. We arrived at our pontoon in Liverpool Marina. Denny had brought her all the way from AT3 right the way through to the pontoon. Excellent job. A few lessons learned, but I think you remember them for a long time. Well, we made it, Liverpool Marina, and got there in the end.